In this video, I'll go over how to use Google Forms to create a survey that can be used in Canvas. You can use a survey to gather student opinion on course direction, gauge preparedness, or collect perspectives on the course material or subject. You can access Google Forms directly at docs.google.com/forms or from your UNCG inbox and Google Drive account. To start, let's go to our UNCG inbox. In the top right corner of the page, next to the iSpartan logo, there is an icon with 9 dots. Google calls it the waffle icon. Let's click it to open the G Suite menu and select Forms from the panel. To create a new form from here, we can click blank under the Start a New Form menu. First, let's give our survey a title and description so that our students understand what we'd like to ask them about. After we've given it a title, we can click the File Name field, and Google will automatically name the file with our survey title. Whenever we create a new form, it will provide us with one blank question to start. We can fill in the question title with the question that we want to ask, and then select what question format we would like to use in the drop-down menu to the right. To add another question, all you need to do is click the plus button to the right of the question that you're working on. Depending on the question you type in the title field, Google will sometimes guess which question format you'd like to use. Here it selected paragraph, which is what I wanted. I'll add one more question and choose linear scale. Be sure to familiarize yourself with each of the question types so that you can choose the best one. When you're finished adding questions, you can click the eye icon at the top right of the page to preview what it will look like to your students. Let's return to keep editing our survey. Before we are ready to post it to Canvas, we need to modify some of the settings so that we can know which students are replying to our survey. We'll click on the Settings tab at the top of the page and then enable Collect Email Addresses. If this option is not enabled, the survey will be anonymous. Depending on your survey, you may want to leave it disabled so students can provide more honest feedback anonymously. Next, we can choose whether to send them a copy of their responses. This may be a good idea for students who want to confirm their submission, so I'll set it to when requested. And last, I'll limit them to one response only. This can be important if you're taking a poll so that each student only gets one submission. Now we're ready to post it to Canvas. Let's click the Send button at the top right corner of the screen, and we should see our sharing options. We'll click the icon with the angle brackets, or less than greater than icon, and then click Copy. Now we'll go to our Canvas course, click Pages, and then create a new page. I'll give it the same title and then click the angle bracket icon under the text box. This will let us paste the code directly into the page. We'll click Save and see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm happy with that, so I'll go ahead and publish it. Once your students have submitted their responses, you can reopen the form from your Google Drive or the Google Forms site to review them. We'll click on the Responses tab, and from here you can see a summary of the student responses to each question. If you'd like to view the responses one question at a time, you can click the Question tab and review them one by one. For the kind of survey that I've created here, we'll want to view the responses student by student, and we can click the Individual tab to do that. Open the drop-down menu to select which student response you would like to see. When the survey period has ended, you can disable responses by toggling the Accepting Responses switch at the top of the page. Another way to view student responses is to create a Google Sheet so that you can see all of the responses at once. Let's click this green square icon to create a spreadsheet. The title of the spreadsheet should be the title of your survey, with the responses in parentheses. Let's click Create. From here you can view the data and manipulate it just like any other spreadsheet. This is a great way to save a copy of the responses. Remember that you can access the spreadsheet and the survey from your Google Drive if you ever need to find them again. If you have any other questions about Google Forms or embedding them in Canvas, feel free to reach out to us via Sixtech. Thanks.